So on we go, the penultimate day of individual competition at these World Powerlifting Championships. It began 7 days ago. It is the third last day overall. We finished off with the team competitions on Wednesday, 2 men's finals tomorrow, and 1 more to come today. The men's 59 kilo decider. There are 3 groups in this, which means we're into the deep 20s in terms of competitors. We're going to start with Group C very shortly. 8 will be going in this. Spectacular women's 67 kilo final wrapping up in the past few minutes, which, like all of the action from these World Powerlifting Championships and actually previous championships as well, available to view on the World Powerlifting Facebook and Paralympics YouTube. And this is what's coming up then, the men's 59 kilo final to begin in 7 minutes time. And here is our Group C. We'll start with Josh Abende of Kenya, who's planning an opening lift of 100 all the way up to Yuya Toda, who will be going for 145. And we'll be meeting the athletes very soon indeed, next couple of minutes, to get Group C going. And look through of our various champions. Sheriff Osman with the world record, and he goes in Group A. Abende Satuno will be having the heaviest attempt as it currently stands in Group A, the America's record holder. Sheriff Osman with that African record from 7 years ago, and he will be primed and ready to go in 2 hours time. But before that, we'll have Group C, and we'll meet the athletes very soon indeed.
1 minute remaining for changes to the first attempt. Coaches, attention, no more changes to the first attempt. Please welcome the athletes competing in the men's 59 kilogram category, Group C. Representing
So, Group
Kenya,
C's
Josh
competitors are coming in.
Abende.
First of all, Josh Abende of Kenya will be going for 100. Gregorio Payet of the Philippines will be going for 110.
Representing Kenya, Peter Rawoko.
Also for Kenya, here he is, Peter Rawoko.
Representing India, Joby Matthew.
For India, it's Joby Matthew.
Representing Great Britain, Thomas.
For Britain, Tom Smith. He'll be attempting 135 in the opening round.
Garcia.
For Peru, it will be Neil Garcia.
Sean Clare.
For Britain, Sean Clare. 143 he'll be starting off with for the moment. And for Japan, it will be Yuya Toda to wrap up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your athletes competing in the men's up to 59 kilograms.
So that's Group C.
Group C.
8 in it, and they will begin very shortly.
Now they're headed back, finishing up those warm-ups. In this group, everyone is just trying to get all of their attempts and possibly then medal in the total amounts. Hard to get up into medal contention. Could it happen? Of course, there'd have to be a lot of misses in B and A. But the goal is to get as many good attempts as possible and get in the record books.
So, as is always the case, we have a separate draw for each group nowadays. That is another new innovation for these World Championships. So let's see who's on for the next hour.
Let's meet our officials.
They get the flames as well.
Our officials for this session.
So our centre referee, the chief referee, will be Nur Sahieda Macha of Malaysia. Left side referee will be Yasser Musla from Yemen. And the right side referee from Egypt, Mohammed Imam El Said. Technical controller from Iran is Hadis Shokoui. Technical delegate from Hungary is Zita Gyako. And this competition will get underway in just about 1 minute's time.
Is that all you got? Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best in the West End. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So all ready then for this men's 59 kilo final, and we will begin with Group C.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for some powerlifting? Spot loaders, please load the bar to 100.
Good field this.
Rack height 13.
Even in Group C, we have quite a few major championship medalists, which is not something you regularly see, to be honest. It's been a good week in Dubai. In terms of the weather, we haven't actually mentioned the weather, but we don't need to. It's been hot. It's been around 40 Celsius every day. Hardly anybody's had a chance to go out. Well, I haven't. And
For his first attempt representing Kenya,
it's been sweltering. Inside, the conditions have been a bit different. So to kick off the competition, an attempt at 100 kilos for Kenya, Joash Abende. 9th in the Dubai World Cup last year. It's to set the early standard in the competition to get the 100. He's taking his time, definitely. He's still got 30 seconds to go. His coach is with him.
He's really getting focused. I think his coach is going to make him aware now that the time is ticking down.
Something's gone wrong here. Yeah, he's only got 15 seconds to go. And now it's 10 seconds. And now it's 7. And he's going to be counted out. He's not going to start in time. Good grief.
Goodness.
Well, that's extraordinary. He's been counted out. That's it. He doesn't realize it. Now he's been told. That's odd. Well, I mean, there were clocks all over the stadium.
In the end, the coach may be new and just doesn't know the 2-minute rule. From when the athlete's name is called and the statement is made, bar is loaded, you have 2 minutes to get onto the bench and remove the bar from the rack. People do clock it down to 10 seconds, but he just took too much time. I believe the coach did not know the rule, and that's unfortunate for the athlete.
Well, that's really strange. And I mean, there he was, and he was on the bench with a good bit of time. And it's not as if he hasn't been in competition before. Something has gone wrong there. And in the second round, they can only try and sort it out. It's a real oddity. As a result of that, they've had to reset the system, actually. I just don't know how something like that can happen, but it did. And they'll hope it doesn't happen again. So Gregorio Payet is coming now for the Philippines. Southeast Asian Games, 4th placer last year. What was his major championship debut. And he's just making a reminder to all and sundry. But they do now have a code system that you will have seen on the screens that will relate his exemptions. And he has 3 of them. He can't fully extend his elbows. He can't fully extend his legs. And there is a strapping exception as well. That's quite a bit of information for them to get through. There are 6 at the moment, codes of exemptions that show up in their system. And it's the first World Championships that has been the case. So here he comes at 110 for Payet for the Philippines. He's got it. 3 out of 3, and Payet gets the 3 white lights. And he has his early standard sets.
Great job. And even though he comes down a little bit on the right because of the stopping exemption, that's approved. Really nicely done. And now he coordinates with the coach what he wants his next attempt to be on his way down. The coach has 1 minute to turn that in. Great work.
The bar is now loaded. For his first attempt representing Kenya, Rawoko.
Peter Rawoko comes now for Kenya, attempting 110. 6th in the African Championships last year, and he was in the Dubai World Cup last year as well in 8th place.
Gives really good direction as to where he wants those straps to be on his legs, which is great to the volunteers.
So it's 110 for Rawoko. He had plenty of time on his side. And Rawoko gets it. 3 white lights for him as well. He has a fellow athlete as his coach on stage with him, interestingly, which is very rare, but does happen.
Just great drive off the chest. Locks out, just has to be careful. He started to go back a little before rack, so he just needs to be cautious with that, but a perfect lift. Nicely done.
For his first attempt representing India, Shelby Matthew.
So now it is Shelby Matthew for India. 7th in the Asia Oceania Championships last year. It's good to see him back. 148 he lifted there. That was his major championship debut. He is 46.
And he's measuring from the center where to put his hands. Perfect.
So here he is for 125, Shelby Matthew. Good lift, 3 white lights, he's got it. That is superb. 125 for Shelby Matthew. And he is in the lead for India.
Nice and tight on the chest and drive straight up. Really nice.
All good. And he has scored very well, Shelby Matthew, and beaming.
For his first attempt representing Great Britain, Thomas Smith.
So now for Britain, Tom Smith. Well supported, Becky Bedford and chums. From Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire, the World Junior Champion 2 years ago. 7th in the European Championships in Tbilisi last year. And actually competed in the Asia Oceania Championships and finished 6th in that, the open event. No, it wasn't. It was the Americas Open. That would have been an unusual trip. So plenty of the British team here to support him, as you've seen. He's got it. Good lift, O'Shea. You saw in the crowd as well there. Kim Dean too. Tom Smith, who's been attending a lot of the competitions here all week himself. 135, and that too is a good lift for Great Britain, and he now leads.
Just straight down, motionless on the chest, and drives it up. Really nice. Full extension, no questions asked. Nice attempt.
For his first attempt representing Peru, Garcia.
So we go on, and it is Neil Garcia Trellis of Peru. Neil Garcia, 135, his target. He was 9th in the last Paralympic Games in Tokyo, 5th in the Pan Ams. Bronze in the Americas Championship in Bogota in 2018. He's been successful in the World Cup circuit. He won in Guadalajara late last year. And Nelano Suarez has been his national team coach, and Miguel Rufus at club level. 135 for Neil Garcia.
Getting strapped in, nice and tight. Getting those wrist wraps nice and tight to support his wrist as the bar is lowering and going up, ascent and descent. He doesn't need to rush. He's got a little less than a minute. He's okay.
So 135 for Neil Garcia. Setting himself a good standard here. He would settle in second behind Tom Smith, who's already reached this mark. Garcia gets it. Nice lift. This is Group C, remember, long way to go.
Really nice. Touched, hold, straight up. Really nice, nicely done.
So, Sean Clare coming in, getting ready for Britain himself, the European bronze medalist last year in Belize. He was 17th in his last World Championship, which was his first World Championship from Widnes. As an athlete as well, a shot putter with Wigan and District AC. He's been to HL University in Ormskirk. He is a development and officer, runs a gym as well, involved in a gym, VSF. And this to match his lifetime best. Well, if you're going to start somewhere, start big. And he's going to do that. So 143 for the lead by 8 over his teammate Tom Smith and Neil Garcia as well. Ready to go. Sean Clare, 143. Well, he's got the push through very quickly. And that is 3 out of 3.
Just made it look easy. That was incredible. Especially for such a big lift in number for him. Nicely done. Brings it down, Holds it tight on the chest, straight up. Really great chest extension. Really, really high chest. Nice job. Great setup.
So to wrap up this group, it is Yuya Toda of Japan going for 145. He was 11th in the Asia Oceania Championships. And now that was the open section. He was 10th in the Asian side of it. A couple of sixth place finishes in his continent, 6th in the Asia Oceania Championships in 2018, 6th in the last Asian Games 5 years ago. He was an able-bodied skier for quite a few years. He's been involved in para-curling as well, based in Sapporo. Takayoshi Okamoto has been his coach, but it is Coach Seo this time.
So he just does what we call an overlay with that strap. It's not tight at all, just enough to ensure that his legs don't move.
1 minute remaining.
So 145 for Yuya Toda, and this would be the lead. That's worth remembering as well, that in terms of the total lift, it's more than possible to claim medals from Group C. We actually have quite a few legend figures here. More about that in a moment. Yuya Toda is not one of them. He's lifting at 145. Oh, no, press sequence, 2 and against. He wasn't expecting that.
No,
2-1 against.
No, he wasn't. Straight down, press up. And he hits one side before the other, and there's a little bit of up and down when there's a sense of bounce when he locks out. So that creates up and down. Unfortunate.
Yuya Toda denied at 145, and that spoils his chances in terms of the total lift. That's quite a conversation on the way down as well, isn't it? So now Josh Abende coming again for Kenya. He did not get his lift done in time in the first round, so coming out for his second round now.
Hopefully they've conferred with someone in the back and they know to watch the clock.
This is the same athlete who came out with Peter Rawoko for the previous round, and he got his lift okay. So this is for 100. And this to get off the mark.
1 minute remaining.
So for 100. So there has been a change of coach for Abende. He has got it. It is a good lift. So he has switched to the same teammate, the same athlete on stage with him. And he's got it.
So he touches nicely. I believe the press is because his body shifted a little bit underneath the straps. However, he only got one red, he got 2 whites, so he's good to go. Great decision to just come out with a different coach that is more confident perhaps in the rules, and he followed the time clock, did a great job. Coach goes directly to the desk to give the next attempt. Great work.
For his second attempt representing the Philippines, Gregorio.
And that's fair enough from their point of view. Philippines, Gregorio Payet coming out now, going for 115. So it means that the other coach that they have can just stay at the back and concentrate on the lifting and so on, and then the teammate, the additional athlete, can go and guide Abende and Rawoko on stage. Here is Pyatt for 115.
For so many reasons, it's great when there's two coaches. Not only a situation like this, but also, as we mentioned earlier in the week, the coach can only see from one area behind the bench. When there's another coach in the back, that coach is looking straight on like you and I at a screen. And so they can see much more of what's going on to make adjustments when there's errors.
So 4th in the Southeast Asian Games, and this to add 5 onto the tally for 115. That chest sequence looked interesting. So 2 against on the press sequence, 1 voted down against on the chest sequence, which from our angle didn't look tidy, but then the press 2 voted him down and it wasn't straight.
Yeah, exactly. The right side hits the top before the left. And even though he might have some uneven extension, I didn't actually check the letters, he still has to extend properly, and he just did not.
Yeah, Peter Rawoko coming now for Kenya.
Such a smart decision, especially when you don't have a coach strapping you, to lay down, be sure you're in the right spot, then sit back up and tell the volunteers exactly when you want it. He has the mobility to sit up quickly. Oftentimes athletes with spinal cord injuries, depending on what level it is, they can't sit up as quickly, so he's very fortunate that he can do that. Great decision.
There has to be Gabriel Wanjuku's on stage with him there. To pass on his expertise. This is Rawoko 115. Second attempt, having got 110 in the opening round. And that is a good lift. 2-1 in his favour. It was the press sequence from the centre referee. That was, yeah, we salute you, sir. That was voted down, but he got it.
Stops and drives, and the center referee gave him a red, saying that she felt he didn't stop long enough. Either way, he gets 2 whites, he moves on. Nicely done.
Yeah, he's worked it out fine. Hey, party time, yeah. And also, importantly, doing well in the total lift. He leads the total lift. He's the first one to get his 2 lifts in. Is Shelby Matthew for India, who are having a great time. They have fielded what feels like the biggest team that they have ever entered. They've started winning championship medals for the first time in the past couple of games.
And he sits to the side to collect himself, to be sure his mental focus is where it needs to be before he attempts this lift. Nice job.
Well, there he is in terms of the race to Hangzhou, which is an interesting looking one. Look at the congestion there. This is for 135, this is. And for 135, this to make a nice step up Ooh, 2-1 against in terms of the stop sequence, and that is a no lift for Joby Matthew.
That was super evident. If you look, you'll see it's bounce, 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 and that is always going to get you a red. So no attempt, no lift. Easily resolved, shoulder blades together, chest up high, nice and tight, bring that bar to the chest, bend the bar over the chest, in essence, to hold it still and drive it back up.
Bar is now loaded. For his second attempt representing Great Britain, Thomas Smith.
Tom Smith coming now for Great Britain. 135 he's cleared, this for 139. And again, this would give him the lead in terms of the total lift. There's a really well-sized British contingent here. Becky Bedford, who's front and center of your picture there. Basically, it was the last lift of the competition that knocked her out of the total lift. It was a world record as well, wasn't it, that knocked her out? That's no consolation. So with Ben Ritten's on stage with him. 139 for Smith. And that is a good lift. 3 out of 3. 139. Well, it's 2 out of 2. We'll not get ahead of ourselves just yet. But he started well, and he leads the total lift by 50, actually. 274 he's got now.
Brings it down, nice and tight, straight up, locks out. And he's got a bit of uneven extension, but obviously that's on his sheet as classifiable. Nicely done.
So Neil Cheles coming for Peru. Neil Garcia, shall I say? Cheles is the maternal name. So Neil Garcia coming at 141. So Garcia going for 141.
Coach is strapping him in, making sure his toes are facing the ceiling. A lot of times, if the athlete has the ability to face those toes up, it's much better for drive. Also, when you look at what's going on with the spine, when the toes are facing out, your hips and going all the way up to your spine are not in rotation. So really great positioning he's set here with.
So here he comes, 141, and this to slide him up into second place, and obviously a nice lead as well in the total lift. And anybody who can get the 3 lifts in nowadays in Group C have really got something to play for. It's opened up the competition in a way that really has not been the case before. He's missed out here, all 3 against him, 2 for the stop, and the left side referee actually on the press.
So fast on the stop.
Lift challenge.
When he locks out one side before the other. So that there were 2 errors there.
Well, they put a lift challenge in of Peru, which costs €100. It was all 3 against him for different reasons. And that lift challenge has been rejected. They'd have just been better off coming to our table and giving us the £100 for a night out. 4 beers that would be around here. But, yeah. Oh well, rejected for Neil Garcia. And here it is.
Yep. So bouncy on the chest, and then as it goes up, the left side hits before the right. Always going to be a red light.
And they're obviously all judging that with the naked eye in real time. We're seeing it so much slower in review, but and it would have come up on the screens around the stadium here that there were differing reasons for that. Anyway, Yuya Toda. He missed 145 in the opening round and going for it again.
Good to know. The referees go through a lot of training, and then they do a lot of coursework like video reviews and such. So they watch so much video of lifts. Doesn't mean they can't miss something. They're humans, but they really are well trained.
Yuya Toda coming here, a second attempt at 145 for Japan. The man from Sapporo with such a brilliant sporting pedigree right across the board.
No.
Same story, 2 and against. It's on the press sequence. That's somewhat awkward for him, and if I'm not mistaken, it's precisely the same as last time, same referees even.
And you could see from that top view, the right side is hitting before the left. From the top view, it was so clear. The right just came up first, and then the left followed. I think he also has to be careful of that strap. It is my understanding the straps are supposed to be above the ankles, and right now the strap on the left side is on his shoe. He could be getting a red light for that as well, because if you look at the rule, it talks about strapping on the press sequence.
For his second attempt representing Great Britain, Sean Clare.
And the thing is, the referees don't tell you that. They presume you know. Sean Clare, second attempt, 143 last time, 148 here.
And he shows his extension, so everyone is aware that he's not going to lock out evenly, even though it's going to come up on the device. Not a bad habit.
Sean Clare leading at the moment. He's got a real position of comfort then. It's a really busy competition for his coach Ben as well. He's got 2 men to look after in this group.
Just as a side comment, all of the singlets have been lovely, but this one also is just outstanding. The way the flag goes on the rib cage, it's really nice.
So this is for 148 for Sean Clare to increase his lead. The last lift of round 2, he'll want to get all his lifts in. We'll study that press. Maybe he was okay. He was 2-1 in his favor. That one vote against the press, but he made it. So now he's got 2 lifts, and there's only 3 who've done it. Tom Smith is one of the others. They've got a great chance in the total lift of making hay and wading in among the 2 additional groups to follow.
Now that's outstanding. Nice press, straight up, but he keeps moving, he doesn't stop, he keeps driving, and he drives evenly. That is incredible. That was just incredible. Such great work, hard work, really driven, nice.
The bar is now loaded. For his third attempt
So final attempt coming for Josh Abende, and he's going for 107 here.
Just so pleased for him that he got that second attempt after that first dilemma there.
So 107 here to wrap up his competition, and he will stay in 7th place, but he importantly has his mark in the World Championships. In his first World Championships as well. Same story for Rawoko, who comes up soon. So Abende coming up at 107, and we'll see what they made of that press. Ah, good lift, well done. 107, all good. And he finishes on 207 in terms of the total lift. He got his last 2 in, and that is all fine for Josh Abende.
Straight down, stops on the chest, and just skyrockets up. Fantastic, locks out evenly. Well done, really nice job.
A large figure of satisfaction for Josh Abende. He's hit the marks he wished to. Ends on 107.
For his third attempt representing the Philippines,
Gregorio Payet now for the Philippines. He missed 115. So right now, it is Rawoko, Smith and Claire who can get all 3 of their lifts successful and get a very good score in terms of the total lift. So Pyatt is in the Legends competition, so is Rawoko, so is Joby Matthews, so is Neil Garcia. And in Group A, so is Mariusz Tomczyk of Poland. So 5 in it, which means that at the very worst, whoever is the top legend figure at the end of this round will be getting a silver, and maybe a little bit better. 120 is target here.
Strapped in nice and tight, ready to go.
One minute remaining.
120 for Gregorio Payet. Didn't get it. All 3 against 2 on the stop sequence. The side referees and the center referee voted him down on the press. So he finishes on 110, missed his last 2.
And this is quite noticeable when you look, he just bends, his whole body comes to the right, and then he rocks and he presses up and he's uneven. So for both of those reasons, that was just not a clean lift. Nice try though.
So Peter Rawoko coming now, going for 120. So he's got 110, he's got 115. This for a very high finish, and the first to get a really good mark in terms of the total lift. 120, it's pressuring him a bit, going up. So he got the press complete. Took a long time to get there, and they've all voted him down on that press. But still, he's got 2 of his marks. He's on 115. He's 5th in the group.
Great descent, nice stop, and he gets about halfway and starts to struggle, and he does what we call a ladder, right, left, back and forth, almost like a seesaw until he hits the top. Really good for him that he completed it though. Now he knows I have this weight, I've got to clean up the ascent, but I've got it, so good job.
Yeah, Pyatt's enjoyed himself. No, he hasn't. Awoko's enjoyed himself. 115 he got, 120 he didn't. 2 marks in.
For their third attempt representing Great Britain, Thomas.
So at this stage, nobody's got all 3 lifts in. Tom Smith going for Great Britain here, going for 143. Currently in second spot. It's Claire 148, Smith 139, Garcia 135. Garcia still to go, and Yuya Toda yet to get a mark yet. They are going to go higher. But Smith has had the door open for him, and if he can get this lift in, I mean, obviously in Group B and particularly Group A, they're going to go much heavier than this, but the challenge will be open that the rest have got to get their lifts in. And if he gets all 3 in, and Sean Clare as well, they will be in a very good position. Well, he's going for it strongly. That 143 Tom Smith, he feels tentative. Oh, and there's a good reason why. It's 2 and against, and that was on the press sequence. Well, for Becky Bedford, Kim Dean, Doa Shea, who all competed in the same final yesterday. There is a lift challenge, by the way, 2 and against.
And he hits the right side before the left. The right side extends, and then the left extends. And I think he knew that this wasn't an even ascent. The referees will take a look on the challenge.
They get to watch it back, and they get sent, each gets sent the video from their angle. And that's been rejected. They watched it back before we joined them. I think there have been 2 successful appeals this week. Shelby Matthew to come now. 145. There's still 4 to lift. Well, Matthew is going up in leaps to 10. He stayed with his path. 125 he got, 135 he didn't, and going for 145 again.
The bar is now loaded. For his third attempt representing India, Shelby Matthew.
So Shelby Matthew for India. So he's staying in his path. There's a lot of significance in that.
And he's collecting himself. He really wants to get this attempt. So he's really focusing and just gathering every ounce of energy he can to move this bar technically correctly.
So 145 for Joey Matthew. And he's got stuck on the way. He's hit his limit. So he finishes with 125. He doesn't get his last 2 in. No joy. two had actually voted against him on the chest sequence as well up to that point.
That was an excellent try. On the chest, we'll see the bar actually shifts to the right and bounces, and then on the way up, he just runs out of power. And his head is up as well. So a lot of little errors that can be fixed eventually, but nice try.
For his third attempt representing Japan, Yuya Toda.
So Yuya Toda for Japan. He's missed his first two attempts on 145. And so now looking to wrap up. Eri Yamamoto and friends, teammates urging him on. Well, she had a great competition earlier. I think she got all her lifts in. He would have finished quite high in the end in the total lift. So here he comes. Third attempt on 145. Well, he's had a few disappointments in terms of his competition so far. But Toda, if he gets this, it would be a top 20 finish for the third time. 18th is best world championships 2 years ago in Belize. Able-bodied skier he was as well, and he's got himself involved in a tremendous amount of different sports. So he's taking a different approach this time in terms of that lift. The angle of attack was different, and it works out well. That's good news. That is great news. It's paid off for him. It's third time successful after two misses.
Straight down, drives, stays even, locks out. That's the way you want to do it. Nicely done.
Yeah, he's done well. He gets a finish. That's the important thing. So there's 18 to go across groups A and B. And right now he's second in this, so at worst he would be 18th. Garcia and Claire still to go, could overtake, so at ultimately worst it will be 20th. Neil Garcia missed 135, going for 141 here for Peru. The former America's bronze medalist in 2018, plus lots of World Cup successes. Former medalist meaning medalist of the previous games. So that'll be some of you will say, well, you can never be a former medalist. Oh, yes, you can. 2018. He has his bronze, and it's his for good. 146. It's the second heaviest attempt in Group C. And that is a good lift. Moving on up. Trellis. Garcia goes into second position in the group.
Nicely done. Tight on the chest. Straight up. Drive straight up. Will not be denied. Very nicely done. 2 whites. That's all you need for a good attempt. Good work.
Neil Trellis has done brilliantly. So suddenly second in the group. Nobody thus far has managed to get all their lifts in. Yeah, he got 2 out of 3, which was a great result for Neil Garcia for Peru. So Sean Clare could be the only one to get all their lifts in, and if so, well, he's going to lead the total lift for about an hour. He leads the total lift anyway on 291. There's support. He is really up for it. So a reminder, if he gets this, he would go on to 441 for total lift, and he would lead it, certainly going into the final round of Group B. So Sean Clare, 150, 2 kilos added on. It's just been too much. So nobody got their 3 lifts in. He'll still lead the total lift, but without a prospect now, I would think of picking up a medal, because those in Group B and A, in order to overtake him, would only need to get 2 lifts in. Pity. Only 2 kilos added on, but sometimes those 2 kilos can be immense.
And just stuck at the halfway point, and you could see his whole body just trying to help him out, every muscle, but it just didn't happen for him today. Great lifting in general, though.
Yeah, misses out 150, and I'm sure there's been quite a few around Widnes and Wigan, Ormskirk as well, who've given up a bit of their August bank holiday to watch this. So Sean Clare leads at the end of Group C, 148. Neil Garcia, second on 146. And Yuya Toda, finally at last, third on 145. In terms of the total lift, Clare, Garcia and Smith's the 1, 2, 3. But there is realistically no prospect of them getting into the medals. But I'll tell you who will, though. Garcia, in terms of the legends, he leads that with 1 to go. So it's a silver at worst for him. Also in the legends, Rawoko, he got 115. Chubby Matthew is second of the legends with 125. And in terms of the total lift, in terms of the legends, it's Neil Garcia Trellis who's there on 281. And next up in terms of the legends lift is Rawoko on 215. And in third place in the legends lift will be Matthew on 125. So there's only 1 lift to go in the legends, so that's Marius Tomczyk in Group A, and Chubby Matthew only gets a legends total medal if Tomczyk misses all of his marks. Currently the 1, 2, 3 in terms of the legends championship, it is Garcia, it is Matthew, and it is Rawoko. And Group B is on the way. About 6 minutes.
America, Jacob.
So now let's meet the athletes in Group B who are coming out, and there are 9 here. Jacob Herbert, first of all, for the United States.
Representing Kazakhstan,
For Kazakhstan, Andrei Spitzer.
Representing Malaysia,
For Malaysia,
Moss.
Aslan Mus.
Representing Uzbekistan, Okilhon Yokubov.
For Uzbekistan, Okiljon
Representing
Yokubov.
Japan, Tomohiro Kose.
For Japan, Tomohiro Kose.
Representing Polska, Milius.
Now Poland,
Tomeski.
Marek Trikash.
Representing Algeria, Ayman Hoxha.
Ayman Hoxha will be in this for Algeria. For Timon, Amontep Pongzao. For Uzbekistan, again, Azizbek Turganov.
Ladies and gentlemen, your athletes for the men's up to 59 kilogram category, Group B.
That's Group B for you. And there are 9 in this group.
Now they head back, grab their stuff, move to the other room. If anybody has any last minute warm-ups, there's a bench in that room. And then Group A can move into the main warm-up room. They hydrate and they get prepared to come out soon.
Let's see who the referees are going to be for this group. All set. So the chief referee, the center referee from Jordan is Assam Al-Zubi. Left side referee from Malaysia, Husari Azizuddin. The right side referee from Japan, Hisako Yoshida. The technical controller for this final is Hadis Shokui of Iran. And Zita Gerko of Hungary is the technical delegate. That's all it, and the final is coming.
Yeah. I only got one question, so is that all you got? You go big or stronger, you push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best in the rest in, no resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question, so is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
Powerlifting. Spot loaders, please load the bar to 140 kilograms, rack height 11.
So Group B about to get underway here in Dubai. The 10th World Powerlifting Championships, the third held in this city, but the first at this venue, the Hilton Al Habtoor City. right by the Dubai Canal.
Bar is now loaded. For his first attempt representing Kazakhstan, Andre Spitzer.
It is a major championship debut for Andre Spitzer of Kazakhstan. He's not been on World Cups either. Domestic results will have seen him qualify. He's 37. And this is for a lifetime best, as it's his first in international competition, or competition with international referees. So Spitzer ready. His exemption, by the way, is for his legs that cannot be fully extended. Top lift in the previous round, 148 by Sean Clare, and he will hold that lead for a little bit. Just a pity for him that, a pity for everyone else as well, they didn't get all three lifts in. So Spitzer for 140. He's got it. That's a good lift by Spitzer. His first international competition, his first lifted competition, and it is a good one. That is really gratifying.
What a way to start. Just nice, even, tight on the chest, great setup, great body position. Nothing to complain about there. Perfect lift. Just perfect.
For his first attempt representing United States of America, Jacob Herbert.
So now coming up for the USA, Jacob Herbert, 143 his target, getting his straps done early. So finished fourth in the Americas Championship last year, and it is his second World Championships where he finished 19th. No music, so he's obviously requested that. And here he comes, and it's Lee Hughes, by the way, who's the coach on stage with him.
Jake has a degree in exercise science. He works in a gym, and he actually trains others other than himself. He's actually his own trainer. And here he is on the world stage. And he's been told us that he wants to do this for his dad. His dad passed away during COVID, and it was always his father's dream for him to get here. And so here he is.
So 143 for Jacob Herbert. Dream realised that now to get some successful lifts in. He did really well at the Americas Championships last year and just squeezed out into fourth in the end. He was competitive in that. $143. We're going to go to the flags. Ooh, yes, 3 white flags, 3 white flags. He's good, Jacob Herbert gets it. It's a good lift. And he gets a mark.
Nice job, Jake. Absolutely perfect. Tight on the chest, drives it straight up, locks it out. Well done.
He did it, he made it work.
Now he's conferring with the coach. The coach has 1 minute, or the athlete, to hand in their second attempt.
The bar is now loaded for his first attempt representing Poland, Toda.
So Mariusz Tomczyk's coming now. So his last competition was the Paralympic Games in Tokyo 2 years ago, and he finished 8th in that. So welcome return. European silver and bronze medalist in his day. 4th place finisher in the Paralympics in 2008. Silver in the 2018 Euros and bronze before that in 2015 in Gregory. He's from the start of Wrocław club. He been based for many years in Wrocław. As Mariusz Weaver, the national team coach, who was on with him. His first World Championships, 2006, finished in 4th, and these are his 9th Worlds.
Coach Mariusz gets him strapped in, makes sure his feet are where they need to be, and now he's ready to take the bar out and get rolling.
Here comes for 148. So Mariusz Tomczyk has got that
with ease. That was beautiful. Straight down, locked on the chest, drive straight up, locks it out. Nicely done. Nice job.
So Mariusz Tomczyk, 148. Excellent lifting. So for Uzbekistan now, it's Okoker Yokubov. Asian Youth Games champion 2 years ago. And 6th in the African Open Championships, actually, last year in Cairo. Finished 6th in it, he lifted 141. This for 148.
He showed the referees his extension, ensuring they know he cannot lock out evenly. Now he's getting his wrist wraps together, and then he'll lay down and get prepared.
So Yokubov for 148. So this to match Sean Clare. Going to 2nd if he gets it. It'll be the actually quite a bit of congestion there because Tomczyk's already got it as well, so he should be going 3rd. Clare was there as well. Good news, good lift. He's got it. What a fine lift by Okoker Yokubov.
And that was really great. He brings it down, tight on the chest, and just rocks it straight up, locks it out. And obviously we know he has uneven extension, so the bar is going to be a little uneven. Well done, nice job.
The bar is now loaded for his first attempt representing Malaysia, Aslan Mas.
Major championship debut for Aslan Mas for Malaysia. 150 he's gunning for here.
He's ready.
So he did win a silver in the Southeast Asian Games, but on a global basis, it's his big debut. He was silver behind Awantep Pongsao of Thailand, and he also won silver in the total lift for Malaysia. It's a serious championship in its own right. So, good lift, 150, good job. It's worked out for him, Aslan Moss.
That worked out great. Stop on the chest, straight up, locked it out. Very nice.
And he's wading his way into the lead.
Really nice job there.
And a reminder, this is Group B, and Group A will be in a separate feed, so you'll have to refresh. So, Tomohiro Koza, 151, lifetime best territory. He's only 2 away from that. Koza is currently 7th in the race to Hangzhou for the Asian Para Games.
And you see sometimes the coach takes the strap outside of those areas that hold them, and that's because they feel they just need a longer amount of strap, and they need more flexibility, and or the athlete's going to strap themselves, and it just gives them more ability. Because if not, it's very tight to pull up, and so they just want some more flexibility. That's why they're doing that.
So Koza, who comes from Kobe, lives there anyway. He's been visiting Dubai in the past few months. He finished 6th in the World Cup, actually, which was a really nice result. Finished 10th in the Paralympic Games. The perennial Japan champion, as he has been now for 6 years in a row. So here he comes, Koze. Punching through well at 151. He's got it, 151. Coached by Takayoshi Okamoto, based with the Barbell Tomonokai Club. Great lift, and he leads 151.
And although the speed was faster than most on the way down, you see he controlled it at the stop, completely motionless, and that's what's required. If you bring it down that quickly and you can control it, then you can drive it up. Well done. And he's pleased. Look at that smile.
For his first attempt representing Algeria, Yamamoto.
So now the African bronze medalist at the end of last year, end of October anyway, and Cairo. World Junior Champion 2 years ago, Ayman Kodja. Coached by Mohamed Salah Benatia, who's with him, the national team coach. And 4th in the Dubai World Cup, the Fazar World Cup last December. Majors bound a major championship at a very young age. The African Championships in 2018 when he was still only 15. He was a few weeks before his 16th birthday in Algiers. I mean, he doesn't turn 21 until next month. So here he comes, 152 and the lead. Pushing through well. How good was that? Good lift, 152.
How good was that? Very good. 3 white lights. There was just nothing wrong here. Straight down, complete lockout on the chest, drives it straight up and locks it out. That is the perfect lift. There's been a few of them this week, and this is definitely one of them.
It's working out really well for him. Very, very positive start. And he is away, and he is clear.
The bar is now loaded for his first attempt representing Thailand, Amortep Pongsao.
So it's Amortep Pongsao coming out now, the reigning Southeast Asian Games champion from Phnom Penh a few weeks ago. And in terms of the race of the Asian Para Games, he's fine. Gold 2 years in a row. 2 Southeast Asian Games, the ASEAN Para Games. 5th in the last Asian Games in Jakarta. The back-to-back golds in the Southeast Asian equivalent. 13th in the last World Championships 2 years ago in Tbilisi, and 11th 2 years before that in Astana. It's in sports management as well, by the way. It's a good lift for the Southeast Asian champion. Pongsao clears that at 153.
Fantastic. Straight down, tight hold on the chest, straight up. Really nicely done. This first round is looking great.
For his first attempt representing Uzbekistan,
Azizbek Turganov last year finished 9th in the Asia Oceania Championships, but World Junior Silver in 2019. And in the World Championships in Tbilisi 2 years ago, he finished in 16th place. Now his personal coach has been Islam Abduraslov. And this for 155 and the lead.
He's on the bench. He's prepared. Ready to go.
So to lead by 2, and we haven't had a miss yet, it's worth pointing out, in this opening round, and the way he's reacted, he doesn't think that's going to change anytime soon. And you know what, he's right. 2-1 in his favour, the body sequence against him, with 2 referees voting for him, and Turganov leads for Uzbekistan.
And he got the red on body sequence because his foot was off the bench. Your feet must be on the bench, and if you look at his left foot, it was off. He's super tall, and I think he just had his body further down on the bench than typical, and this is why he got the body position there. The red, excuse me.
The bar is now loaded For his second attempt representing Kazakhstan, Abende Spitzer.
So we go into round 2, and it will be Spitzer again coming on his debut, having lifted 140 in the opening round, 145 here. So all of them still have got a chance of taking a proper lead into Group A in terms of the total lift, although the fact that nobody got 3 in Group C means that even if they all miss this second attempt, that situation actually ain't going to change. It's a real curiosity in the previous group. So 145 for Spitzer. Strong lift. Good lift. 145.
Absolutely perfect. That was unbelievable. Straight down. Locks it out on the chest. Drives it straight up. Big, tall chest. Nice arch back. Just textbook perfect. Nicely done.
So Spitzer gets 2 out of 2. Actually, very high in terms of the total lift already. He's in the top 3.
The bar is now loaded. For his second attempt representing United States of America, Jacob Herbert.
So now the return of Jacob Herbert going for 146 for the United States. So this to get his 2 lifts in. And he started really encouragingly. A very good lift for 143. And this to move it on to 289. Well, he's all ready. So lift number 2 coming for Herbert. He's getting himself resorted so that he can have an assault on this 146.
1 minute remaining.
Plenty of time. And he's under the bar and ready to take it out.
Well, he punched through that again to clear the press at 146, and that is a good lift. So it's 2 out of 2 for Jacob Herbert for the United States, and he's
Nicely
progressing
done.
well.
Nice and clean. Tight on the chest, straight up, and locks it out. Really nicely done, Jake.
150 kilograms. Rack height 13.
Well, he cleared that very impressively, and he's having a competition to savour. I'll get him woken up anyway for Uzbekistan. Okoker Yakubov coming now for Uzbekistan, 150 his target, and again not a miss yet, which is great to see. 11 successful lifts in a row. Yakubov, the Asian Youth Games champion.
shows his extension to be sure the referees know that he has uneven extension. Getting those wrist straps nice and tight so he has all the support he'll need to move this bar.
Well, he's concentrated. $150. He would join Aslan Moss on 150. That's how the race to the Asian Para Games is going, so he'd like a few more kilos to his name. This might help.
Yes,
He's got it. He's got it. 2 out of 3. And that's a good lift. It was the stop sequence from a right side referee, but that matters not for Yakubov.
Yes, it came down. He could control it on the way down. It was a bit fast on the chest, but there is a discernible stop, and he brings it straight up, locks it out, and he's good to go. Nicely done. 2 whites, that's all you need.
For their second attempt representing Polska, Mariusz Tomczyk.
So now Mariusz Tomczyk coming back again for Poland. So it's good, as I was saying, good to have him back after a couple of years away. Marek Trikas was originally supposed to be in this group, and he was, Tomczyk supposed to be in Group A. There's been a reversal of positionings here. Tomczyk starts in B and is going here for 151, and this would be now for the lead in terms of the total lift. He would go on to 299. So 151 for Tomczyk. Well, he's punched through really impressively. And that is also a good lift. He leads in terms of the total lift in what has been an unusual competition.
Touch, straight up, rack it out. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's cleared it at 299 in terms of the total lift, and he leads that now, which ordinarily is a position he should not be in, but nobody got all their 3 lifts in.
For his second attempt representing
So now for Malaysia, Aslan Moss going for 155. So he's currently 6th on 150. If he gets this, he joins Turganov with the heaviest lift so far. So it's tremendously congested that way too. He'll go second. We already have someone on 155 in Turganov, so Aslan Moss actually is going for second here, and he would again lead in terms of the total lift.
Stretching himself out, making sure he's limber. He's very well prepared, ready to execute this lift.
And there he is, ready to go.
1 minute remaining.
Going for 155. Ooh, well, I tell you what, if he gets that, he'll be a bit lucky. No, all against him on the press. I'm afraid that was somewhat lopsided on the way up, so a leap of 5 and he doesn't get it.
Not his lucky day, as you would say. Really nice try, though. Brings it down, nice and even on the chest, and on the way up, he drives, the right side goes first, and then he locks the left. So he just even makes it more obvious by accentuating that left. Nice try.
The bar is now loaded. For his second attempt representing Thailand, Abende Pongsao.
So, for Thailand, Yamamoto Pongsao, leap of 2 for him up to 155. He has medalled at the last 4 Southeast Asian Games. Gold in the last 2, solo last year, and then the double gold in Phnom Penh recently. There he is in terms of the race to Hangzhou, and I would wager he's going to be there.
He's collecting himself, making sure he's prepared mentally. Now he lays down, tightens this belt, and he's going to be ready to go.
So 155 it is. And again, it would give him a substantial lead in terms of the total lift. So for 155, he's got it. We've had very few misses, only 1 miss so far. And Pongsao is the latest to leap to the top of the standings, alongside Turgenov on 155.
That was incredible, just incredible. Nice on the way down. One referee gave him a red on the stop, hard to see from above. Drives straight up, locks it out, and just stays with it. That's great, and you could tell he was a little tired when he got up, but tell you what, he got the attempt, and that's amazing.
So there are 5 men who've got their 2 lifts in now. And it's Ayman Kodja now for Algeria, the African Championship bronze medalist. World Junior Gold previously, and a nice lift of 152 before. So going for 156 now, Ayman Kodja. Yamamoto leads the total lift in 308, and Kodja would go on to 308, which would mean second place. So a leap of 4 for the Algerian, who's still a slip of a lad at 20.
One minute remaining.
He has his briefing from Mohamed Salah Benatia. Kodja at 156. This would be the outright lead, obviously with Group A still to come. Total lift can be very useful for him. He's punched through that well, and it is a good lift.
Wow, that was just simply amazing. Straight down, tight on the chest, barrels it up, no problems whatsoever, locks it out. A second textbook attempt. This gentleman is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, Kocho's worked well. Now the big decision is where he goes next.
And he finally looks a little tired. The first one he didn't even look tired. That's amazing.
Representing Japan, Tomohiro Garcia.
So Tomohiro Koze going now, and again this is 156 to go into second position as Kocha has 156 first.
Number 8, Tomohiro Garcia.
In terms of the road to Hangzhou, his position is a little bit more tentative, but a few more kilos on the bar and he should make it as well. Well, 156. Strong position to be in. And obviously in terms of the Asian Para Games, just like the Paralympics, positions are limited. So he's trying to book himself a spot here if he can. And he's working and he's fighting, and that's not going to be completed, I'm afraid. It was 5 kilos on for Koze. Can't complete the press. And he doesn't get it, and he wasn't.
Just tough right here at the midway point. You know, his speed is faster on the way down. Yes, he can control the stop, but that is going to affect him as it gets heavier on the way up, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, our centre referee, Asim Al-Zubi, felt he just wasn't going to raise that. It was not going to be complete. I know he keeps glancing across Koze, but that was taking a long time. He was going to be voted down. I think it's quite obvious.
As well as expend a lot of extra energy that he needs towards the third lift.
Turgenov, 158 is coming. This to add 3 onto his lead. And in terms of the race to Hangzhou, well, every little helps. So ready for Uzbekistan.
1 minute remaining.
So on the way, 158. Turgenov would lead by a massive amount in terms of the total lift. He leads at the end of the opening round, overtaken by Kodja, and that is no lift. Now that's costly.
Let's see what happened with the body position there. Well, I'll tell you, part of body position is trying to use your chest, almost thrusting, and that looked like a thrust off his chest on the way up.
So he's voted down on the body position. And he does not get it.
The bar is downloaded. For his third attempt representing Uzbekistan, Okoker Yukubov.
So on we go to Okoker Yukubov as we enter round 3. And he is one of 6 competitors who can get all 3 of his lifts in successfully, which would mean a whopping lead in terms of the total lift. At the moment it's Pongsao and Kodja, both on 308s. Pongsao got there first.
Again, showing extension to ensure everyone knows what extension he has and what he wants to have.
So looking to add another kilo to his mark to try and improve in terms of the Asian Para Games qualifying. Hangzhou in October. It is not that far away at all. So this is to wrap up his competition, and this to give him a chance, a big chance in terms of the total lift. $151. We're going to go to the flags. All white. So Yukubov has a brilliant lead in the total lift of 449. He's got all 3 of his lifts in.
That was just beautiful. Straight down, holds it tight, and just drives it straight up. And even though his arm is shaking, he's able to get it up and lock it out. That was really beautiful. Just really nice lifting.
The bar is now loaded. For his third attempt representing United States of America, Jacob Herbert.
Jacob Herbert going now for 151, and this would see him join Yukubov on that tally. So he's looking to leap up into 7th place. But in terms of that, he would also go into the top 3 in terms of the total lift. But he wouldn't go into the lead because Yukubov's scores were all very close to each other and Herbert started much lower. So if he gets this, he would go to 440. Yukubov is on 449 in terms of the total lift, but he'd be in the medals for the moment. Still 4 more in this group who could get all of their lifts in. And remember, he's requested no music as he's come out. His coach on stage with him is Lee Hughes. And he's just about ready to set himself up. Just going to have to get the strapping reset for his comfort.
1 minute remaining.
So Herbert, 151. He's trying to get that finished. Stopped on the way. Going to go to the flags as well to see if he gets it. 2-1 against. No joy. Press sequence from the 2 referees who flagged him.
Straight, and then he just starts to lose effort, and the bar comes down on the one side, and they have to take it. Nice try, though, Jake. Nice try. And I know your dad is smiling down on you. Well done.
Andrei Spitzer for Kazakhstan. Yeah, I think at this stage that's what we all need.
Bar is now loaded for his 3rd attempt.
So he's got 140, he's got 142, and that's 152. And again, it's an odd thing because Jakubov's scores were so close together. Spitzer again wouldn't overtake him in terms of the total lift. But still, he'd like to be there. This for 152, and he would go 4th in the competition if he gets it, which for a major championship debut is really good. So 152 for Andrei Spitzer. He's had a really great competition, so he left up 5 for the previous. And this 7. This is one of the biggest leaps we've actually had in this. It's the 3rd lightest body weight. He's punched through. And obviously taking the greatest effort of the lot. Spitzer's there. 3 lifts out of 3. 437 is total lift. He goes 2nd in that. How good.
Great. Just tight on the chest. Drives it straight up. Will not be denied this and locks it out. Nicely done. What a big smile. Well earned.
What a brilliant competition for Andrei Spitzer for Kazakhstan. Our hosts in 2019 when the host city was Nur Sultan. And they'd only changed the name a couple of months earlier, and now it's reverted back to the previous name of Astana. I almost said the original name, but it's not the original name either.
There was a bit of excitement at that venue halfway through the tournament. The roof caught fire, and we had to evacuate for about 2 hours. And then we just carried on.
Yeah, there was a bit of grass alongside, and again, it was hot there. At least 35 Celsius every day, and there was just a small brush fire which didn't affect the venue, thankfully. But everybody had to leave for a couple of hours for a fire alarm. It's a really good venue, that. The Expo Convention Center in Astana. So Adnan Moss going for 155 again here after his Southeast Asian Games successes for Malaysia. Silver in the main competition, silver in the total lift. So 155 for Aslan Moss. He really struggled with that last time. And this time he's given it a good tilt. Got it as well. 2-1 for Aslan Moss. 2 lifts out of 3. Well, he'll have wished to have got the last one.
Nice
but
job.
He's performed well.
Really fought hard for that. Really, really nice job. Down, lock, and push, 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 push. Straight up, lock it out. Nice.
For the third attempt representing Japan, Tomohiro Kosei.
The return for his final attempt of Tomohiro Kosei of Japan. His previous lift was terminated. 156, that was 156. This is very busy on the championship circuit the last 4 or 5 years. Another Japanese title to add to his collection, so that's 6 years in a row in which he's taken it in his weight division.
He's strapped in, making sure he's nice and secure and tight.
So Kosei biding his time. He still has a minute. Doesn't have that anymore. 35 seconds to go. He's currently 8th in the ladder towards the Asian Para Games, 22nd to the 28th of October. Well, he's 10 seconds left, and it has to be now for Kosei. And that is not going to go any further. And that was not going to be completed. Twice over, he's not been able to get the 156. He's given it a good whirl, but he finishes on 151. He misses his last 2 lifts.
Really nice try, just got stuck just above the halfway mark, and even his legs are trying to start to help him there. So really, really noble try. Not today, though.
Well, he's trying to improve his standing in terms of the Asian Para Games. 22nd to the 28th of October. Mascots are Chen Chen, Kong Kong, and Lian Lian. There you go. In Hangzhou, the Asian Games on before that. And for Thailand, Amortep Ponsao, the back-to-back Southeast Asian Games champion. .157. He is safe in the road to Hangzhou, I would suggest. Well, he's got loads of time. Ponsao, 157. And if he gets it, he gets a total lift of 465 for the lead. Going hard on it.
That was a valiant effort.
No lift. Doesn't get it.
Yeah, the left side just got stuck halfway, and the right kept moving, and then by the time he tried to catch up, well, you know that story. The one side was already up, but really nice try, and what a strong fellow. That was really an excellent try. Next time, we hope.
Yeah, he's looking to be at the Hangzhou, or Shaoshan Sports Center for the powerlifting in Hangzhou. So now, targeting a Legends European record, Mariusz Tomczyk, and what's more so, he would take a significant lead in the total lift by 10. So the Legends European record is 156. And it's not held by anybody. It's a minimum standard that has not been matched yet, as it's a reasonably new category introduced last year as a Masters competition. Tomczyk is leading with 151. Remember, he was due to be in Group A. We mentioned earlier he was going to be in Group A in the Legends. So he has won the Legends competition, and he has also won the Legends total lift. He has far exceeded already with his 2 lifts what the others have got. So he's got 2 gold medals coming, and he's got a good lift coming, and he might just go high in the overall total lift too. Magnificent, 160 from Tomczyk for a new Legends European record.
That was simply incredible. Brings it down, holds it tight, and just drives it up. Does not stop. A little slower, but he keeps moving and locks it out completely. That was incredible. Wow. Well done. Congratulations.
459 leads by 10. So he's won the Legends competition. He's the Legends World Champion. He wins the Legends total lift too. Second in the Legends events, Neil Garcia. And the bronze in the Legends competition going to Joby Matthew. While Peter Rawoko will take the bronze in the Legends total, Neil Garcia silver, and Tomczyk gets the total gold. He's got all of his lifts in, so he leads the total lift full stop. He's in a good position for a medal. Turgenov to wrap up this group, 161. No, actually it's Eamon Kocha, of course. Turgenov comes next. Kocha 160, we still have 2 lifts to go. He'll stay second overall because Tomczyk has hit 160, and that is his mark. Kocha's 160 will put him behind Tomczyk. So here he comes. Don't worry about it being across his body like that, that's okay. See if he can keep it even in terms of it being level. We'll find out via the flags. Yep, 2 white flags. 2-1, good lift. And Kocha now takes the lead in terms of the total lift, 468. His mark's more level, more close together than Tomczyk's.
That was fantastic, and drives it straight up, no hesitation, locks it out. This young gentleman is amazing. Wow, that was just incredible.
Well, it means he leads the total lift. I wonder if Mohamed Salah Benati has ever heard of Ken Bruce, by the way. That's a different matter. 160. A really good lift for Ayman Kodja. Brilliant lift. And there's one to go in this Group B. And Turganov missed 158, so he's out of the race for the total lift. For this to be in the lead in the World Championship going into Group A. This to wrap up Group B. So, here he comes, Turganov 161 for Uzbekistan. He's well supported, as you can see. Plenty of time. He's not going to complete that. So he finishes on 155 in third position. He only got his first lift in. He's given it a good go, Turganov.
That really was a good try. He really needs to look at that left sneaker. We even saw the referee looking at it because he's digging it into the bench. You cannot simulate digging through the floor. So he's just got to be a little careful with that. Nice try. Valiant effort.
Turganov does not get it, so it's actually Mariusz Tomczyk, who has won the Legends competition, who leads the World Championship and who leads the total lift going into Group A. Tomczyk 160, Koda 160, Turganov 155, and in terms of the total lift, of course it's Kodja 468, as I said. Tomczyk has won the Legends total though. He's in second overall on 459, and third is Yakubov on 449, and Group A is on the way in the next couple of minutes.
Attention coaches, 1 minute remaining for changes to the first event.
So now we're going to Group A. First of all, for Poland, Marek Trikasz.
Representing Ukraine, Konstantin Panasyuk.
For Ukraine, Konstantin Panasyuk.
Representing Kazakhstan, Stanislav Shakiev.
There's Panasyuk. for Ukraine, looking to start on 161. For Kazakhstan, Stanislav Shakiev. Mozen Bakhtiar for Iran.
Representing Greece, Pashalis.
The great Sheriff Osman, the multiple champion, and determined for more. And he still holds the world record for Greece, Paskalis Koulimoglu. For Egypt,
representing China,
Mohammed El Menawi. For China, Ki Yongkai. And the man who is coming out last, this is Herbert Aceituno for El Salvador. The America's record, the World Championship silver, the America's champion. And who regularly will go along on the Open Championships on other continents and beat all comers. This is going to be fun. It's Group A, the 59 kilo final.
At this point, all of them are warmed up. They're going to go to the back, grab their kits, go into the next room. This is the holding room, as they will get called in as they are ready to lift. And the coaches are just trying to make sure they all stay focused, put their hoods on, their hats, and just stay prepared.
Let's see the referees then for this Group A, the ultimate clash. And there they are.
Let's meet our officials. Our officials for this session.
So for the Group A, the referees, Chief Referee, Centre Referee Nur Saedia Macha of Malaysia. The left side referee from Yemen, Yasser Musla. And the right side referee from Czechia, the Czech Republic, Veronika Kuchtova. Technical controller for this final, Hadis Chakui of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Zita Gyaku of Hungary is the technical delegate, and the final is 1 minute away. Marek Trigash will go first with the 160, Pedasiuk 161, all the way to Ki Yongkai 190. Aceituno 188. This should be some final.
Yeah. I only got one question, so is that all you got? You go big or stronger, you push harder, is that all you got? You climb higher, faster, so is that all you got? You put your best in the rest in, no resting, is that all you got? So you a victor, I only got one question, so is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now, so is that all you got?
Powerlifting. Spot loaders, please load the bar to 160
So
kilograms.
here we
right
go.
13.
59 kilo final, and some brilliant names in this, and not just the obvious ones. Lovely building crowd here the whole time, as is always the case at this venue. Thronged for quite a few sessions.
The bar is now loaded. For his first attempt, representing Polska,
Man who's been around at numerous World Championships. the 2018 European champion, the man from Zielona Góra. Mariusz Uiva, the national team coach, with him as always. There's a busy man. 160 for Trikash. Reminder, the best attempt in Group B, 160 from his teammate Mariusz Tomczyk, the new Legends European record, and it was matched by Eamon Kodja, so he is going for third position here. Trikash, he was originally supposed to be in Group B, but I think there was a switching of names. And the swapping of Tomczyk and Trikash means that there's no longer a Legends entrant in Group A, so that competition is done, and Tomczyk has won both gold medals in it. So 160 for Trikash. $160, primed. Good news, sir. Hey! There you go, the former European champion is away and clear. 160. Boy, does he look happy.
Nice attempt. Got one red light, a little fast on the one side on the chest, but other than that, looked perfect. 2 whites, he's moving on. Very nice.
Wow, it was lovely.
Now he's consulting to decide what his next attempt will be.
For his first attempt representing Ukraine, Konstantin Panasiuk.
Konstantin Panasiuk, the former European bronze medalist. Kostya has been based in Ovidiopol. Was born in Odessa. Bronze in the Egger World Cup in 2017. And after that, bronze in Tbilisi last year. His first major championship medal. He'd been 4th in the previous Euros. Actually, Ukraine have been really good when it's come to the World Championship team events. He's won medals at the last 2 Worlds in that. 161, good lift. There you go. Done.
Really nice. Really, really nice. Brings it down, locks it out evenly, drives it straight out, and waits for the rack command. Really nice. Great job. So great he almost went out the wrong door.
So Panasiuk now leads on 161. The Asia Oceania bronze medalist in Pyeongtaek last year. From Kazakhstan, Stanislav Shakiev going for 170. He was a lift of 171 that earned him the bronze. His first major championship medal from Kizilorda. His coaches, long-term have been Mirsagli, Yermakinov and Bak Yitrek Oris Bayev, Bangkok World Cup winner in 2021. Fourth in the last World Championship final. So here he is, chance for lead, 170. It's a major step up in class. So 170. Shakiev didn't have to do a huge amount with it, and it is a good lift. So he now leads 170, and that's a good lift. And he leads by a long way. Really well achieved by him. 9 clear of the rest. Very impressive lifting from him. And again, it didn't have to go very far, being an athlete of short stature, and that's the way it is. He leads, and he leads by good bits.
The bar is now loaded for his first attempt representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, Mohsen Bakhtiar.
The freshly recrowned champion of Iran, Mohsen Bakhtiar, the Asia Oceania champion from last year and 5th in the last World Championships. Twice the Asian Youth Games champion from Karai and the Gilan Province Club. Excellent competition. And I should point out as well, in terms of the World Cup in Dubai, the Fazal World Cup, second with a lift of 187 behind Erbet Asatuna of 187.
He's getting strapped in. He's exactly where he wants to be on the bench. Nice and tight, ready to go.
So here we go. Bakhtiar going for 175. He's got it. Good lift. Mohsen Bakhtiar now leads at 175 and is very much game on.
That was beautiful. Just absolutely perfect. Straight down. On the chest clean. Straight up. Locked out. That was beautiful. Another textbook attempt today. Wow.
Up next for his first attempt representing Greece, Pashalis Tomohiro.
Well, the Asia Oceania champion has scored well. And what about the perennially successful European Paskalis Kuramoglu? Already this year, recrowned Greek champion and second in the Tbilisi World Cup. He too, a reigning European champion, and he's won the last 2 crowns. So it's a bit of a clash of champs in this. Gold in Berkshire and gold in Tbilisi. Kulamoglu finished 7th in the Paralympic Games. Gets a good lift.
Well done. Oh, perfectly executed. That was just beautiful also. Straight down, held on the chest, drove it straight up, locked out completely. That was a beautiful attempt.
For his first attempt representing Egypt, Mohamed El Menyawi.
The African champion, who finished 8th in the last World Championships. Mohamed El Menyawi for Egypt, going for 180 to here.
Looking up at the big board, what's their 2024 qualification pathway? That is up to 59 kilogram category. At number 3, Mohamed Al-Meniawi.
Egypt with prospects definitely of claiming 2 of the 3 places on the podium.
Getting strapped in, he's got his hands placed, legs far apart to ensure stability, and he's ready to roll.
So here he comes, 182 Al-Meniawi. Working hard on that too. Yep, he's got it. He's got it. What a fabulous lift.
Wasted no time getting in there, just letting it go, letting it rip, as we would say. That was amazing. That was amazing. Straight down, held it on the chest tight, drives it up, locks it out, and waits. Nice, really nice.
On we go to one of the greats. So Egypt in front, and Egypt will be in front after this, but Sharif Osman means business. The 5-time world, 3-time Paralympic champion. Silver in Tokyo, he won the 3 previous golds. He is still the reigning world champion. 5 in a row, starting in Kuala Lumpur in 2010, Dubai 2014, Mexico 2017, Astana 19, Tbilisi 2021. Looking for 6 in a row.
And he walks in front of the bench and stares it down because he's going to attack it, and he's ready to get in there and take control.
Twice African champion. Same famous routine.
For so many years, the same routine, methodical. That's one of the ways to be a good champion.
It's worth pointing out, he's only 41. Definitely go on for a lot longer. He was in his mid-20s when he claimed his first Paralympic title. 3 Paralympic wins in a row in Beijing, London and Rio. Silver last time out, as it was in Tokyo, and bronze actually in the most recent African Championships in Cairo. But he did get the clinching lift for them to win the team gold in that, after being African champion in the 2 previous competitions. 183 for Sharif Osman for the lead, and it is good. Osman out in front.
Just with definition. He knew he had it before he got there. He is just an incredible lifter to watch. He is technically accurate, and he knows he's taking charge, and he's gonna let it go. Straight down, no dump in the chest, straight up, locked out. Just perfect. Nice
Another
shot.
wonderful effort from Sharif Osman.
For his first attempt from El Salvador,
Well, a man who's definitely a live candidate for this. The America's record holder is straight away looking to smash it. That record 187, 1 kilo on top of it for Asutuna, the reigning Pan Am champion, Paralympic bronze in Tokyo, silver the last World Championships, silver the last 2 America's Championships as it happens. So what comes now? 188 for a new American record by 1 kilo, and the mark is currently his. the top male athlete at the 2019 Pan Ams in Lima. Gold in the Central American Games in 2018. But silver in St. Louis, silver in Bogota, silver in Cairo in the African Open Championship, and bronze in Pyatt in the Asia Oceania Open Championships, the first ever El Salvadorian at the Paralympic Games in any sport. In record form, 188. That's your lot. Record! And he leads. No miss yet. Brilliant lift. He's got it. 188.
It's just a great lift. Just a great lift. Takes it out, controls it down on the chest, straight up, locks it out. Nicely done. And that's a lot of weight.
And that leaves one to go.
For his first attempt representing China,
Kui Yongkai, the Paralympic champion who was dethroned as Asia Oceania champion by Mosian Bakhtar last year. He'd previously won the title in 2018 as a junior, and needless to say, claimed the junior title there as well. That's the race to Hangzhou. He and Bakhtar are there, don't worry about that. He's thinking about World Championship gold, having finished 7th last time out, silver in 2019 and gold in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games. And he does not have a title or anything to defend at the upcoming Asian Para Games because he was actually too new in 2018 to qualify for it. He was at the Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu, but he didn't have enough competitions under his belt or enough heavy lifts. He's changed that now. 190 is to take the lead by 2 for China, the Paralympic champion. Well, he's punched that one through very well. Kui Yongkai leads. 190. Game on.
And that was
magnificent.
Just magnificent. He just made it look easy. Straight down, locks on his chest, drives it straight up. Just easy looking. Here it is. Lock and straight up. And locks it out. Beautiful, beautiful attempt.
Very, very impressive by Kui Yongkai. And again, it's a competition where we have so many reigning champions here.
his second attempt representing Poland,
And here's one of them. A reigning European champion, one of 2 in this. For Poland, Marek Trikasz. No misses from anybody in the first round, and the standard has been high.
Truly unreal, just amazing.
Well, he's finished 4th, Trikasz, at the 2017 World Championships in Mexico City, having done so at the Paralympic Games in Rio. The other curiosity about this is actually there's quite a lot of talented names in this who are not reigning champions, and yet you may well feel that they can extend themselves and take the gold. Into round 2. Trikash 163, an addition of 3 from his previous effort, in which he was really delighted to have got it. And he waits again. Oh, not this time. Press sequence, all 3 against.
Yes. If you look, when we watch the replay, you'll see his right arm presses. Chest sequence is great. On his way up, his right arm extends, and then the left follows. And as we know, they have to be even. So no lift. Nice try. Hopefully come back and get it on the 3rd attempt. So now he's got to decide, does he go up? Does he stay there? He and the coaches are discussing now because he only has 1 minute to hand in his next attempt.
So misses his second go, 163. So he is wiped out in terms of the total lift anyway, and anybody who misses that is very much the same case. So Panasiuk of Ukraine, the European bronze medalist from last year in Tbilisi. Silvers and bronze in the team competitions in the last 2 World Championships. He was 6th in 2019, full stop in Astana, and 7th in Tbilisi last time. Yegor Pirogov has been his regular coach for a good few years. Born in Odessa. So 166 would keep him where he is. It's a leap of 9 to Shakir. Well, 166 from Panasiuk. Gonna go to the flags. So let's see. 3 white flags. Panasiuk. It's 2 lifts out of 2. It definitely helps him in terms of the total competition. But he's off the pace a little bit in terms of the World Championship title.
That was excellent. Brings it down, holds it, locks it straight up, locks it out. Just perfect. That's a lot of weight he's moving there. Wonderful.
Stanislav Shakiev now. 176 to add to his 170. He would climb to 6th. That's where we are in terms of the competition.
For the second attempt, representing Kazakhstan, Stanislav Shakiev.
So Stanislav Shakiev back again for Kazakhstan. He got 170 with his first attempt. This for 176. He climbed from 7th to 6th. The Asia Oceania bronze medalist last year. The presence in Pyeongtaek compared with Satuna meant that he didn't pick up the open medals. Finished 4th in the open competition. Nothing too much to fret about. Shakiev is 35 now, going for 176. Again, it doesn't have to go very far. Up it goes. And he's got it 2-1 in his favour. The centre referee voted him down, but the rest are happy, very happy. And he's got a good lift, so he's still alive in terms of the open competition as well. In terms of the total, goes to 346.
Great job. He just brings it down, holds on the chest, and presses it straight up. Very nice. Great work.
Impressive lifting by Shakiev. The assaults on the medals will start now. Most of Bakhtiar is not looking to get into the top 3 straight away, but if he gets this lift of 181, the Asia-Oceania champion would get within 2 kilos of the medals. He's in Hangzhou, reached the end of that race. He, Yusuke as well. 2 from each country allowed in, so Iran 2, Iran 3. Ramosian Bakhtiar, it's worth pointing out, is only 25. Real powerful campaigner and a great win to dethrone Ki Yongkai. 5th his previous World Championships best. Twice Asian Youth Games champion.
Well done, really well done.
And he's got that raised, and it is a good lift, 181.
That was really great.
And he goes into 5th position.
He was massaging that left side chest there, so was a little concerned that there may be some problem, but he made it work, and that was amazing. That was just amazing.
He's increasing everybody's heartbeat. And he's got both lifts in. Only Trikash has missed one so far. As the European champion, 2 in a row European champion, Vaskalis Kulamoglu is next. 20th of the last World Championships, 10th in 2019, 6th in 2017. It was ever decreasing circles, but not anymore. If he gets this, he goes into the bronze medal position.
Strapping himself, mentally getting himself prepared. One of the very few athletes that does not lift with wrist wraps. There are a few.
He's currently 6th in the race to Paris. The reason why Sheriff Osman doesn't have a number against himself to the left is because he's the 2nd placed Egyptian. So at the moment he's out of the hunt. Kulamoglu lifted 185 to claim the Hellenic title earlier this year. European champion by lifting 175, but he's got to go heavier here. No lift, 2-1 against. Reason why he finished 20th, by the way, last time was there was an injury there. He went for a very low mark of 90 just to get a result on the board, which he did. And he's done more than that here.
And you see his right leg is moving up and down. That's a body position. You cannot do that. The legs, everything have to be straight and still, excuse me. And so this is where he's going to get that body position call.
Al-Manyawi looking to leap up to the bronze medal position. He's currently in 4th spot. Kulamoglu wiped out in terms of the total lift as well, by the way. Still 4 to lift in this 2nd round of the 3. Almanyawi 182 with 4 to add on, and this to go into the bronze medal position to overtake Sheriff Osman. He's currently ahead of Osman in terms of the race to Paris, as you see. Osman has got a few things to say about that. Kiyunkai's 190 to lead, and Asatuno's 188. They've come in the first round. Almanyawi for 186 to go into the bronze medal position. Strong effort. Good lift, 3 white lights. Almanyawi goes into the medals for Egypt. It's Egypt 3 and Egypt 4, and Osman's been knocked out of the medals for the moment.
That was incredible. I mean, these men are putting on a show today. Straight down, locked, loaded, ready to go.
For his second attempt, the legend, Shelby.
The 3-time Paralympic, 5-time world champion. 187 is very significant. Not only does it put him back into the bronze medal position, but it would put him above Almanyawi by 1 kilo, and suddenly Osman would be well in the race to Paris, and Almanyawi would be taken out of that list for the moment. Heady times for Egyptian para-powerlifting, and you've got the one of the all-time greatest for many, pound for pound he is. There are other names that would go into that hat, but he's up there. Sharif Osman has been at 5 world championships and has won gold at each and every one. This to go up to bronze again and to be 3 kilos off the gold. Some waiting for the reaction. $187. And it's up. And it's good. And it's good. Don't worry about the clock winding down. He started the lift before that. And Sheriff Osman goes into the bronze medal position on 187. And he now overtakes Almanyawi in the race to Paris.
He is just amazing. Just tight, straight up, locks it out, and he just knows what he wants and takes control of it. Incredible.
The first title he ever contested was at the one-off Arab Championships in 2007. He won the gold in that. Has never ever looked back since. Abende Situno for another new America's record. He's just broken his own mark by 1. This to add 4 to it, and this to go into the gold medal position. Right now there is a 4-way battle for gold, 5-way battle for medals, I can see. And 4 kilos that Abende Situno is looking to add to his America's record.
Strapped in, getting those wrist straps ready, and then he'll be ready to go.
So Aisatuno for another new America's record. The Pan Am champ into the gold medal position at the World Championships. He's done it again. Aisatuno is breaching new ground, and he is in gold with 1 round and an additional lift to go. Marvelous.
That was amazing. Straight down, locked on the chest, rocked it back up, and waits. He's just such a clean lifter too. Just incredible.
1 lift to go in round 2. And it is the Paralympic champion who's taking it. Dethroned as Asia Oceania champion. He's way up in the race to Hongchu, so much so that he's nearly at the stadium. 193 for Ki Yong-kai to go back into the gold medal position again. The Hangzhou Zhaoshan Sports Center, where those Asian Para Games are happening at the end of October. Will he go there as world champion? This to take the lead in the penultimate round. He ready to overtake Aisatuno by 1. Aisatuno 192, Ki 190, Osman 187, the current 1, 2, 3. And if he gets this, it's suddenly a different complexion in terms of the race for gold. Right now, El Manyawi fancies it, and Osman as well. But Ki could change that complexion by going for 193. Here he comes, the Paralympic champion. Punching through well, getting the press complete. And Ki Yong-kai goes back into gold. 2-1 in his favor for the Tokyo winner.
That was excellent. Just brings it down. Great control. Holds it tight. Presses it straight up. He did get 1 red. Here he comes. Tight. Straight up. And locks it out. The bar may have shifted ever so slightly. That might have been the 1 red. Not really sure. 2 whites, and he's through. Nicely done. Great work.
So there the situation. Ki Yong-kai leading 193. Aisatuno 192. Osman in third at 187. El Manyawi fourth. So there's lots being sought in this final round. The battle for the medals, the race to Paris to see who the top Egyptian will be. For now, still exactly a year to go. It's in 1 year's time. The Paralympic Games opening ceremony will take place in Paris. At the Place de la Concorde this time. In the city centre it'll be that wonderful venue of history, the largest ever opening ceremony for an Olympic Games and a Paralympic Games. Marek Trikash, 166, out of the race for the total lift. But if he gets this, goes level with Panisiuk and he stays in 9th place. So here he comes, 166 for Trikash. He's had a really good competition to date, and now he waits. Oh no, not this time. Press sequence, all three against. He was so hopeful he got the first one, not the last two. And Trikash, the former European champion in Bergsamir, doesn't get it.
And it shifts all the way to the back and all the way over. Just no good. Nice try, and he is very upset. You can tell. Disappointed, I'm sure. These are small technical errors. Bad to happen at this big event for him, but he can go home and fix that easily. Unfortunate.
So we have a situation where 7 of the 9 can get all 3 lifts in successful. So currently leading the total lift is Eamon Kodja, 468. Mariusz Tomczuk in second, 459, having won the Legends total lift and the Legends competition full stop for Poland. Panasia can open up a massive lead in terms of that with this 170. He'd go to 507 in the total lift. And in terms of the race to Paris, he would stay where he is. Osman, though, you'll see, is now in 4th above El Manyawi. But that is a plot which will thicken again. He stays 8th, whether he gets this or not, but in terms of the total lift, he would take the lead for Ukraine. Panasiuk, 170. And he has 2-1 in his favour. The centre referee voting him down for the press, but he completes his set and he leads the total lift, and he may end up on the podium for it. 497.
That was beautiful. That was really a beautiful lift. Down, holds, straight up, locks it out. Just beautiful.
Overjoyed.
He worked
Bronze
hard.
in the European Championships last year, 4th in the Paralympic Games. And he now finishes 8th in the World Championships. And finishing 7th is Stanislav Shakiev. However, if he gets this, again he leads the total lift, and he'd go on to 527. I make it, which would be a lead of 30 over Panasia. He's riding high in terms of the Asian Para Games qualification. So he'll be there for Kazakhstan. So 179 for Shakiev. He stays where he is in terms of the combination, but the total lift would see him take the lead if he's got that right. Now, what about that final bit at the end? That's cost him 2 and against. Shakiev misses out a 179, and he is blown out in terms of the total combination.
Absolutely. And exactly what you just said, Will, is the case. That very end, that extra little push is what gave him away. Straight down, locked out, lock, 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 and then an extra push on the other side. So that means he was not evenly locked out and totally locked out. Unfortunate, hard time for this to happen.
Mozan Bakhtiar will be up next, going for 183, so he's not climbing either. But in terms of the total lift, he could make hay. 193 is the lead. Asatuno and Key are going for gold. Osman and El Manyawi are now fighting for the bronze. So Bakhtia going for 183. Again, he's got his first two lifts, so this for the lead in the total lift. 497 for Panisiuk. He will be at the Asian Para Games, and he's riding high in terms of Paris too. He's third in that race to Paris. Right now he is looking comfortable. But a long way to go, and as we always say, there may be somebody who actually emerges who is not yet even a para athlete. Paris for a year's time, exactly a year's time. Bakhtiar 183. Look at that. To take the lead in the total lift. He has it. He has it. Great lift. He's left himself more palpitations there, but he made it.
That was marvelous. Just straight up drives, locks out. Complete body smooth. Still, other than his arms and shoulders moving, that was incredible. What a feat of strength that was. Wow. And
so Bakhtiar 539 now leads the total lift ahead of Panisiuk 497.
He barely looks tired. It's unreal.
Kalamoglu going for 188. And he is now jousting for the bronze. Well, that's a sudden change of decision, because El Manyawi and Osman were originally looking in the 190s, you'll have noticed earlier. So Kalamoglu, yes, there'll be a nice leap up to third spot in the race to Paris. But for Kalamoglu, who was injured at the last World Championships, frustratingly, this would be a step up to the bronze medal if he can get a 188 with 4 left to lift. He's satisfied for now, and every right to be. Kalamoglu goes into the bronze medal position on 188. It is a three-way battle for bronze. Brilliant lift.
This was just sensational. He comes down, nice and tight on the chest, holds it straight up, locks it out, and he actually held it longer at this time of the game than anybody else would. That was unbelievable.
He sold that lift really well. So 4 to go. Osman now in 4th, Kalamoglu 3rd. This for 189. This to go back into the bronze medal position, and El Manyawi currently down for 189 as well, but he can't go for that if Osman gets this. But the important headline is that for the first time at a World Championships, Sherif Osman will not win the gold. He's been in 5 World Championships previously and 1 gold at each one. But there's no passing of the baton just yet. He's still in the game of winning medals. He's still, by a long way, one of the best in the world.
He's taking plenty of time, really getting focused, telling that bar, I am in charge of you.
189 for Osman. This to go back into bronze. Kulamoglu's there right now. Isatuno and Key will fight out for the gold. Osman has his own fight on. And if he gets this, and if he stays there, then he will have won a medal at every world championship he has been at. And up to this point, he has won a gold at every world championship he is at. That changes with this lift. 189 to get back into the top 3 right at the end. Osman, oh, he's going. He's made it up. He's made it up. Does it count? No. 2-1 against on the press. He doesn't get it, and he will not get a medal unless they challenge it. It is 4th place for Osman, and for the first time at a world championship, Sharif Osman does not win a medal, and previously it had always been the gold.
That is some turn of events there, because we are all used to seeing him being able to lock it out. Today wasn't his day. Nice on the chest, straight up, comes back, almost stops on that press, and just can't get it clean.
Well, they are going to put a lift challenge in to see if he makes it. Now, don't worry about the clock there. They're voting.
And this is a challenge I would put in. It's worth it.
And don't worry about El Manyawi's name there either. They're voting on Sharif Osman. El Manyawi lifts next. And that lift challenge is rejected. Sharif Osman has no medal from these World Championships. There will be team events to come. He had the clincher at the African Team Championships in Cairo. Bronze it was for him individually in his final at the African Championship. But Mohamed El Shanawi, who is the African champion now, at the age of 24, also going for 189. And this would definitively be for the bronze medal. He's currently in 5th place. Kulamoglu is still in bronze on 188. The battle for gold follows. El Manyawi would also leap back above Osman in the race to Paris with this. They're pushing each other on, only 1 per country at the Paralympic Games. So 189 for El Manyawi. And he's pushed through. Is that good enough for the bronze medal? It is. El Manyawi, a World Championship bronze medalist, alongside his African title. And he leaps up in the race to Paris as well above Osman. And right now he is Egypt's #1 and the world #3.
That was incredible. What a feeling, I'm sure. I mean, Sharif is a legend, and I don't mean just an age. And to beat him out is incredible. And with just an amazing attempt. Straight down, loaded on the chest, loaded up, blew it up. Nicely done. Great work.
El Manyawi also leads the total lift, 557. Bakhtiar's 539. Panasiuk's 497. So everybody from the other groups wiped out. So, Isatuno going for 193. And another new America's record. Ki Yonkai has hit this target first. Isatuno aiming for another America's record. He has the World Championship silver. El Yamani, the bronze.
Un minuto, 1 minute remaining.
For his third America's record of the day. Evan Isatuno, 193. A wonderful lift. 3 white lights. And his third America's record of the day. Fantastically put home by Isatuno. And he gets another World Championship silver. 194 would have put him into the lead. 193, not enough.
Stops.
Unless he goes for another record, of course.
Blocks out. I don't know. He doesn't look that exhausted. He may. That was amazing. He is some lifter. He is some lifter. Actually, all these gentlemen are some lifters. This has been exciting.
Ki Young Kai, 193 on gold. Isatuno, 193 in silver. El Manyawi, third and 189. Kulamoglu, knocked out of the medals. Ki Young Kai, for the first time, world champion. For now. The Paralympic champion. Silver in 2019. I don't know why Isatuno didn't go for 194 in truth. Because that would have been a lift for gold. And then Ki Young Kai's 194 would have to be a 195. If Isatuno had got it, of course. Ki Young Kai, 194. Isatuno, by the way, in the gold medal position for the total lift. And if Ki misses this, at least he gets a gold. But for now, not the gold. Ki Young Kai for 194. And he's got it. And he wins the total lift. World title success for Ki Young Kai.
Wow. That was beautiful. Seemed fast on the chest, but when we watched the replay, I'm quite sure he stopped noticeably, discernibly, and that was a great attempt.
Ki Young Kai wins it. The competition is over. 194 for Ki Young Kai. Isatuno the silver, 193. This the final lift to win Ki Young Kai both available gold medals. He also wins the total lift. 577 to Isatuno's 573. And Mohamed El Manyawi wins both bronzes as well. 189. Ki, Isatuno, El Manyawi the 123 in the best lift and the total lift. Isatuno had nothing to lose if he'd gone for 194. Apart from maybe the total silver medal. Kulamoglu fourth in the bronze for so long, and Sheriff Osman fifth. His lowest ever finish in a world championship. The first time that he has finished lower than first. So another intriguing final, the men's 59 kilo decider. And we have a new world champion, and we've got, actually, in terms of world championships, 2 new men on the podium as well.
Presented by Development Manager for the
And the medals for this 59 kilo victory ceremony will be presented by Dylan Richardson, the development manager for World Powerlifting.
The medalist from Egypt, Mohamed El Manyawi.
The African champion picks up the bronze medal, Mohamed El Manyawi, 189, overtaking Sheriff Osman in the Paralympic qualification for now, with exactly a year to the opening ceremony. Osman finishing 5th, outside of the medals for the first time at a World Championship. 3 American records broken in succession by Abende Situno, and the last of them 193 with his 3rd attempt, which meant that he was going for the silver, which he's very happy about. His 2nd World Championship silver.
Medalist from China, Young Kai Ki.
Silver in 2019, 7th 2 years ago. Dethroned as Asia Oceania champion. But now the Paralympic champion, Ki Young Kai, is the world champion too. 194. His decisive lift in round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Great boost ahead of the upcoming Asian Games, which will be his first next year's Paralympic Games. Ki Young Kai wins for China.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And this is the 1, 2, 3 in the total lift as well. They go all their marks in. Ki, Asatuno, Elmanyawi. The 1, 2, 3. Kuramoglu just edged out by Elmanyani's last attempt. Kuramoglu 4, Osman 5. So Ki Yunkai takes the honours. The silver for Asatuno. Elmanyawi, the bronze. And the Legends competition won by Maciej Tomczyk of Poland. Both the Legends Championship and the Legends Total Lift. And he actually finished 5th in the Total Lift. So the last 2 individual titles decided tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Dubai time. The men's 80 kilo final, followed by 88 in the afternoon. Until then, from Dubai, a very good night.